Hello everyone! Today's Halloween video is rather not a Halloween video at all. It is a Day of the Dead, which is celebrated in Mexico around this time. I thought I would go all out and create a Catrina body painting look. So this is the last creative makeup that I'm going to be doing for this year on this channel. Please enjoy the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next year. So I'm starting off using my black Aquacolor by Kryolan. I'm using all Kryolan products in this tutorial because I find them quite reliable. So if you were to wear this look out to a party or an event, they would be quite durable and they wouldn't start chipping away or fading. What I'm doing is I'm following very roughly the outline of a skeleton, but I'm drawing the flowers on top first. So the skeleton is going to go underneath, and I found that is the easiest way to do it. You could definitely have a reference picture in front of you just as an initial guide to take you through the first few lines of the skull and the rest of the anatomy. Although we don't want to be super realistic with this, you're free to use whatever style you like and draw whatever kind of flowers you like. I think the most popular flower for this day is marigold, but do correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So I wouldn't say it's a particularly difficult look to execute, it's just a little bit time consuming, so it took me around a couple of hours just to finish it up. But if there's one piece of advice or guideline I can give, is that I was going for a very childish look, sort of like the typical illustration and representation of a Catrina character in a children's book. That's how I pictured it. So that's pretty convenient. It doesn't really pose a challenge when it comes to drawing. Like I said, you can pretty much design whatever you want on there. And I think the footage is quite self-explanatory, so I'm going to leave you in peace to watch the tutorial in a minute. But basically what I'm doing is I'm filling in the areas around the skeleton and around the flowers in black, which means these are going to be the areas of darkness. Then I'm going in with my white Kryolan Aquacolor just to fill in all the bones, and then I'm picking whatever colors I was in the mood for during that time. And I picked mostly quite warm, fiery colors such as red, orange, yellow. I also threw a purpley tone in there and some green just for a little bit of contrast. Hey, what do you know? This is the white I was talking about. And staying within the lines is really the only part that requires a little bit of precision and focus. And that's basically it in terms of instructions for now. I'll leave you to it and I'll come back in a bit. Okay, by the way, this little thing that I wanted to clarify. You see this green bit of plant popping from behind the neck there? So this is actually wrong. I made a mistake in making it appear from the darkness going forwards, because it can't just be placed arbitrarily there just on the side of the neck. Don't know if you're catching my drift, but what I'm saying is if you would like a flower in that position just for good measure and symmetry, you better make it appear from out of the skeleton and not from out of the darkness. That was all I wanted to say. Please do go on. So this is all nicely filled in, but it looks quite flat, especially the bits that are yellow, which are quite similar to my skin tone anyway. So I want to make them pop, for lack of a better word. So what I'm choosing is to highlight the red flowers with yellow and to deepen up the yellow flowers with red. And I do have one orange flower, so I'm using both colors on there. I'm also using yellow highlights on top of the green leaves, and the only flowers I'm highlighting in white are the purple ones. This is hopefully going to make the flowers stand out a little bit more and look somewhat less one-dimensional. One of the last things I'm going to do in terms of the body painting is a ton of shading in black eyeshadow. I'm very roughly shading the whole entire skeleton and the roots of the flowers and all the places where they're resting on top of the drawn on bones. I'm using an angled brush for this, and I don't want to use a blending one because it's going to give me a really smooth finish, whereas I'm going mostly for the sketch-like effect. So feel free to do this in between all the objects that you've drawn on there. Finally, a lovely flowery headband, and that completes the finished Catrina look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, write me your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If you recreate this look, feel free to show me a picture on Instagram because I always love seeing what you guys come up with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!